Hey, what's up everybody? Hammer Heart Metal Reviews here once again. Today we're doing another edition in my series where I go through 5 random CDs from my collection. You know the spiel by now. I do about one of these every month. Just kind of grabbing 5 random CDs that maybe I've been listening to in the car that week. Not really any rhyme or reason to which 5 I'm grabbing. Trying not to repeat any albums, of course, that I've talked about before, but maybe just some albums that I haven't really showcased on the channel before. Maybe some of them I have, but yeah, trying to switch up the genres, a little bit of everything, but still pretty much random. Here's just 5 CDs from my collection that I think you should go check out. So first of all, I'm going with a band that I think is severely underrated, and this is absolutely easily my favorite album by them, and that is Riot with Thundersteel. So this band has gone through quite a few different iterations, different band members throughout the year. Here is my favorite era of the band. They started out almost more in just the straight ahead hard rock vein, but still had a heavier, aggressive, and high energy edge to them. But by the time this album came out, this is, let's see what year this is. Yeah, late 80s, 1988. This is like Judas Priest on speed. This came out before Painkiller, and I would go so far as to say that if Judas Priest listened to this, it might have even inspired them when writing albums like Painkiller, because this is just in your face, pumping traditional heavy metal, power metal, whatever you want to call it. These guys are from the States. These days they go by Riot V or Riot 5. Must have been some legal troubles to why they had to change their name, but this to me is the classic era of the band, and if you've never heard them before, definitely go check out this album. This has wailing vocals, really high-pitched, but really amazing stuff, crushing riffs, and just great solos, awesome musicianship all around, just really catchy songs. You got the title track, Thundersteel. You'll be singing that right away. Thundersteel! Don't listen to me. Go listen to the fucking song because it's goddamn amazing. Sign of the Crimson Storm, On Wings of Eagles, Johnny's Back is absolutely catchy as hell. Just all in all, front to back, absolutely killer album. I feel like this is a must-own for anyone that's into just US power metal, traditional heavy metal. Classic album by an underrated band. Definitely go check out Riot Thundersteel if you have not. Alright, up next, switching it up completely, gonna go with some folk metal, but kind of a mix of genres. Melodic death metal, folk metal, however you want to classify them. One of the biggest names in that specific subgenre, Ensiferum with Victory Songs. So this is their 3rd full length here. This was the first full length without Jari Manpa, who had gone on to form Wintersun. And while I do really enjoy the first 2 Ensiferum albums with Jari on it, here, when they brought in Petri Lindros, it took them in a slightly different direction, but this album is goddamn epic and so catchy and just amazing. This is melodic, folky death metal at its finest, in my opinion. You got some all-time classic songs on here, like the title track, Victory Song, to close off the album. Absolutely amazing. Blood is the Price of Glory, Deathbringer from the Sky, One More Magic Potion. Every single song on here is just catchy and awesome. You are going to be singing along. You want to raise your fist in the air, drink a cup of mead. If you don't like folk music, that's weird to begin with, but I understand it if you don't like folk metal. But nonetheless, this is more probably on the melodic death metal side, but just with an infusion of folk and just really doing it their own style. But they write such catchy, sing-alongable songs, and this is one of their best, in my opinion. And check out that album art, too. All their album arts are always amazing. Just, yeah, one of their best albums. I don't necessarily love everything Ensiferum's ever done, but that early era is amazing, and Victory Songs is no exception. All right, up next, we're going to go with some black metal with one of my favorite black metal albums that was released last year. Probably have talked about it enough times on this channel, but I'm going to show it anyways because the CD is really cool, and that is Afsky with hundrede. So yeah, this album is so sorrowful but aggressive at the same time. I don't know how he writes his songs, but the vocals are so tortured and painful. You can feel the emotion, but yet it's raging at the same time. You got the album art on the CD here as well. And then you got, if I can get it out of here, cool little booklet that comes with it. It's like a miniature little booklet that comes inside there. Just really well put together package. I absolutely love this album art as well. Just really captures the spirit of the album. the sorrow and the mournfulness that is throughout these tracks. I'm not going to try to pronounce the song names because I cannot, but I'll let you read them there. Yeah, good luck with pronouncing those. I do not speak, I assume this is Dutch, but yeah, just amazing black metal. One of the best out there, especially for like modern black metal. I would have to put Afsky up there as one of the best. Absolutely amazing album. Go check it out if you haven't. All right, up next, going with an all-time classic, and we're switching to some death metal with Carcass, Necroticism, Descanting the Insalubrious. This is my favorite Carcass album, as much as they've got a ton of really good ones. I mean, the majority would probably lean towards Heartwork. That's more on the melodic death metal vein. Here they started bringing in some touches of melodicism into their like grindy death metal, but this is kind of the bridge album, and I like this one more because it's not the straight ahead melodic death metal. It's not the older style of pure grind. This is kind of a combination of the two, and it just really works so well. The riffs on this album are so catchy. The lyrical content, if you can even understand all the medical terms that are going on, really awesome there. This also includes the Tools of the Trade EP as kind of hidden bonus songs at the end. It's not even listed on the album, and it just lists the regular 8 tracks, but then it's got the 3 bonus songs at the end of the Tools of the Trade album. But yeah, if you've never heard Carcass before, change that. But this is their best era, in my opinion. They've got some good stuff throughout their career, but this is easily my favorite. It's just an all-time classic death metal album. Give it a listen if you have not. All right, up next, gonna switch up the genres once again. Just go with some traditional heavy metal, but a modern take on it, and that is Ironflame with their album Where Madness Dwells. So this is a one-man project. I mean, I know he does bring in other musicians to fill out his live lineup, but for the recording, it's essentially just him. I think he might get some guest soloists here and there. But yeah, the man behind the band does everything. He's got great soaring vocals that will probably remind you of Bruce Dickinson in parts. It's not like a clear copycat, but this is just throwback 80s style heavy metal done right with the modern production. And it's just a catchy ass album. Like, I dare you to put this on and not sing along after listening to this a couple times. Like, Ready to Strike, I think they have a music video for that off this album. Go listen to that song. You will be singing it instantly. It is that hooky and catchy, and it's just awesome. If you're into just traditional throwback style heavy metal, every album Ironflame has put out is great. This is their newest one, and it's just a solid slab of classic heavy metal throwback sound, and I love that shit. I love that style. Just 80s style heavy metal. One of my favorite subgenres out there. Go check out Ironflame if you have not. So anyways, that was 5 albums to talk about today. I kind of ripped through those pretty quickly. But go check out any of those if you haven't. Give me your thoughts on them down below. And until next time, Hammerheart Metal Reviews out.